VIP TV ekranlarına hepiniz hoş geldiniz arkadaşlar. Kralın konseyinde toplanmış bulunmaktayız. Yalnız bir dakika. Biz şey yapıyorduk. Ne? Oyunu yükle. Allah Allah, refkatçisiyle tanış. Biz kimiz şu an? Ha, biz Godwin'iz. Henry'nin değiliz.
It's easy for him to rouse people to war when he has nothing to lose.
From what I heard, he's well kept.
Bu her şey
Even without an army. And with one.
Innkeeper, a beer!
And who would entrust him with it? Without a coat of arms and a noble house, all he can command is a band of
What's the hold up?
şuradan bir şarap içelim. İçemedik. Şuradan bir şarap içelim. Godwin'in en sevdiği şeylerden bir tanesi. Samuel'le konuş diyor, bakalım. Ulan bu Samuel'i tanıyor gibiyim ha.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians represented. I'm Godwin.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest.
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Gutenberg.
Mahkemesinin lideriyim diyor. Hamhamlık
And
ne demek
this
acaba?
is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all?
Bu
Why did we have to come
İsrailli
here,
değil
Zengin?
miydi lan bu?
Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when
Buraya işe mi geldiniz? Dostlar edinmek mi istiyorsunuz? Daha iyi şartlar, pazarlık mı yapıyorsunuz?
Are you
Dostlar
looking-
edinmek mi
let us
istiyorsunuz diyelim.
say rather that we have chosen the situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the... You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a koimer? You wanted to deliver.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just a...
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
O zaman bile
Don't even know if
İsrailler
you can
para
trust
veriyormuş bak.
With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry, that messenger of Radzik Copula.
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. We did not get off to a very good start.
Henry's done a few things I'd like to give him a slap or two for. But like they say, for a young stripling, he's been through plenty. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every...
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Scarlet's?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world, for our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Olabilir böyle
Don't
şeyler ya.
make hasty judgments. As far as I know, at least none of his own. He took in Henry and raised him as his own on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Kobula, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other mamsas.
That boy's bloodfather denied him, just like yours did to
Ha,
you.
A
oha.
person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Oha,
Enough.
olaylara bak.
I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too?
For that, there will be more.
Good health.
L'chaim.
İç aman. Zenginleştirilmiş karışım. Dur bakayım bir dakika. Şimdi kimle konuşacağız?
God bless, good sir.
Greetings to you.
Tokluk ne alemde? Tokluk fazla. Enerji fazla can. Şuradan bakalım neler varmış. Bal şarabı. Adam resmen şey yapıyor.
Health, my friends.
Adam şarabın nasıl yapıldığını anlatıyor. Şunla mı? Kendini tanıt ulan.
Good health to you, sir. I'm
Baron Vauquelin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo, the last of my line. I am a warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also, à ma manière, a poet.
my word. Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non! And I'm glad to meet a new...
It's a pleasure
Bana
to
ait
make your
değilim de.
acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off.
Nerelere gittiniz
Where
diyelim.
have you been on your travels? Have you seen the ocean?
But of course! I was born by the sea. If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then I have traveled with a merchant caravan all the way to the Ottoman Empire. And
Oha.
if you are interested in my greatest deed, then that was perhaps saving the life of the King of France.
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope, personally?
Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with Boniface IX when I was sojourning in
Sana
Rome.
yakın biriyle.
A pleasant fellow.
Vay be.
How did you end up imprisoned in Malashov?
Ah, şöyle gittiniz.
c'est une histoire compliquée. It was after I heroically led the defense of Gothenburg, and only lost it narrowly by an unfortunate turn of events.
That needs some explanation. What unfortunate turn of events?
Oh, misère. It is clear you have never been to war.
Beni aydınlatın diyelim.
Be so kind as to enlighten me.
When they broke through the defense, I ended up in captivity. It was only due to my acquaintances in a court that I escaped execution.
Oh. I thought it was Henry who saved your neck.
My neck was not at risk in Maleshov. I may have still been a prisoner with my personal freedom restricted, but they never broke my spirit.
You say
Şair
you're a poet.
olduğunuzu
How about a verse or two?
hadi
Jamais.
bakalım.
Is poetry nothing but a fuss to you? I think not. To recite, I require the proper mood. And besides,
How come
I am operating, as they say. My great benefit is my strong connection with the French court. There, everyone knows.
Biraz kolpa gibi geliyor lan bu adam.
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here.
Neden burada olduğunuzu hepiniz
The question
biliyorsunuz. Asıl
remains.
soru şimdi ne yapacağız?
What to do next?
Tüm eşkıyalar toplanmış amına.
Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary,
Macaristan'da sorunlar çıkartıyor.
and here too he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
Mantıklı.
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole son won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing.
Millet birbirine girdi baba.
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Godwin götür.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health. And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin.
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful.
Mantıklı.
Indeed. And
Bu
that's why
yüzden
I'd
sizden
like
bir
to
şey
ask.
isteyeceğim. Ne isteyecekmiş? Zaten yapacak bir işim yok demiş. Konuyla ilgili diyelim.
It depends what it...
A little delicate diplomacy. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain...
That's a weak word.
And the way...
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposed, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
Sigmund'u kışkırtırsak ne olur?
Sigismund decides to mount an attack on the camp. It'd be a massacre.
Ah, but it won't. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves. But he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We just need negotiators who'll...
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before...
More like in parallel.
Yani Osmanlı
without his
İmparatorluğu
knowledge.
bunlara saldırdığı
If we
zaman
find
Macaristan'a
support and
geri
make it look like the
çağıracaklar.
whole thing was
Geri
his
çağırdıkları
idea,
zamanda da
we'll all
bunlar
win.
onlara karşı atak yapacaklar gibi bir şey herhalde.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless, and also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Bocek of Kunstadt, Haman Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
Neden ben? Boyutlardan biraz daha bahsedin
Tell
diyelim.
me a bit more about those people, so I know who I'm dealing with.
Certainly. Who do you want to start with?
Fark etmez ya. Baştan
Bocek
başlayalım.
of Kunstad. I know the name, but I can't quite place him.
That's
Şimdi ben de
just the
bunları
thing.
not alıyorum.
He's got massive estates, great influence, but he holds back. He doesn't play the big game. because he doesn't like to take risks. He always goes for the sure thing. But once he's made his mind up, not even a pair of oxen will hold him back.
Yani bu adamı bir şekilde ikna edersek geri dönmez yani.
Wasn't he a Kuttenberg councillor?
He still is. The only one who retained his position after the only he's here, instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Kutn. But he'll continue to have a strong influence on the guilds and the rich burghers. And that's why we need him.
Anna of Waldstein. The widow of that rich mine owner. What was his name?
Wenzel Bartosz. And I'm not surprised you forgot.
I was quite surprised to see her here. Assemblies like this...
A male affair? So far, Godwin, so far. Anna is holding back and behaving like an exemplary young widow. But don't trust appearances. She's got claws, she knows how to do her sums.
And what use can she be to us? Apart from her late husband's money, of course.
She's as sharp as they come when it comes to there are wicked tongues that claim Bartosz acquired most of his wealth thanks to her. And that it was thanks to her that he died.
Yani en sonuncunun parası var. İkincinin yüksek konseyde herkese ele geçiren bilgileri var diyeyim kısacası. Birincisinin de mülkleri vesaire. Neden ben diyelim?
Why me?
Because you've got a head on your shoulders. You know how to talk, and you're not. You and your friend Henry are similar in that respect. That's why I know there aren't many like you two.
What if it...
I refuse to even consider that outcome.
I'll get on it then.
I wish us both luck. Before...
İç amanı. İç. Dünyayı içtin zaten. Dünyayı içtin. Şarap marap ne varsa al ya. Süreyi de al oğlum. Godwin'e lazım olacak. Konuşmayı arttıracak bir iksir falan bir şey var mı acaba ya? Teneke süreyi bakır tabak.
What nags? These are the best thoroughbreds east of Prague. Look at that. A nightingale.
Yani her şeyi alabiliyoruz lan buradan. Çıkamıyoruz. Şurayı da açalım bakalım ne varmış. Bir şey yok gibi. Artıklar mantıklar var. Konuşturmayı arttıracak bir şey olsaydı. Burada neler var? Bakır tabak. Al amanım, ne varsa al. Al lan, onu da al. Onu da al.
Greetings.
Greetings to you, friend.
Oğlum güzel şeyler var ama ha.
Am I supposed to find him a bride?
Neyse çıkalım. Oo, bir dakika. Ulan yani
That's not bad at all.
şey yapmaktan geri duramıyoruz ki. Loot yapmaktan geri duramıyoruz arkadaş. Yok arkadaş ya. Her şey alasım geliyor var ya.
Hey! Where's that beer?
Because of the likes of you and Heddick the Dry Devil.
Şunlarla çıkalım bir konuşalım. Gecikmesin fazla. Bir dakika arkadaşlar. Martin Oderen. Hemen bakalım nedir ne değildir. Bilgileri almıştık. Şu baştan başlayalım o zaman ya. Dur, en sondaki herhalde. Bensel Burats diyor. Burası mı neymiş?
Mind where you're going.
Aşağıda diyor. Gel aşağı inelim bakalım. Yukarıda diyor. Allah Allah.
They're all done in.
Neyse ya, gel şuradan başlayalım o zaman. Kim var? Kuntzil. Ruart
To
zaten
your health,
tanıyoruz.
my friends!
Dur. Malları
I'd like
falan
to check
nüfus
your
falan
horses
çökmüş.
out and see if they're as good as you say.
Ha, even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them. Well, well, we have a new guest. I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to arrest my guests some more?
I want to have a word with Older.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
I apologize, Father.
For interrupting our conversation? Or just for being you?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up then. What are you
Martin
doing here?
Oderen. Tartışmayı sonraya bırakalım. Seni hiç ilgilendirmez. Bir elçi olarak geldim
I
diyelim.
came
Ne
with
diyelim?
a delegation from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Is this a joke?
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopric to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
I wouldn't set foot here if I had a choice. Better to be a priest in some backwater than have a father like you.
How dare you?
You're as shit a father as I am a son. We've got nothing to blame each other for. And now let me speak to Older.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies. Take back your challenge, and we'll sort things out peacefully.
You've got no other option. You insulted Father's honor.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence. I can have a word in private with Lord Odorin, the second, as he desires, and then...
Out of the question. This uncouth lout needs a lesson, and he's got plenty to learn from Christopher. By God's grace, I have at least one son I can be proud of.
You want satisfaction? You'll get nothing but shame, as always. Suit yourself, then. We'll fight. Come to the outer courtyard, but quietly. We don't have to put on a show for the crowd.
After you.
Well, that's that. Now, where were we?
Shouldn't we rather...
No, Christopher will sort it out, you'll see.
Ya Rabbim, adamlar dövüşe soktular beni ya.
Make room for us. We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back.
Stand firm.
Not bad
Otherwise,
for a priest.
the first strike will put you on your arm.
Hey, who taught you that? Not bad for a priest.
Best arm lower.
You son of a bitch!
Hadi yallah ya.
What's wrong with your legs?
Kötü oldu bak bu ya. Niye dayak yedik biz ya?
Look in my eyes.
Who told you
not
that?
at my sword.
Savundu lan. Hadi.
Hey,
Swing
told you
with
that?
your whole arm, not just your wrist.
Hadi yavrum. Ha siktir, ha siktir.
Take that!
You don't know which end of that thing is up.
that was sneaky. Hey, who told you that?
Cover your right side. You've got a gap
will
there I
do.
can drive a cart
Ya
through.
beni neden... Beni neden yaralattın?
My God, Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. You could teach sword fighting in a school.
I was in a war. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults of...
Aye. Well,
So Father would be satisfied. Only he'll never be satisfied.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second...
And no luck again, eh? When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days. He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was...
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and booed, but now I have a chance to...
And that's why you want to talk to Alder?
Aye.
That sounds very important, considering you and Alder are both pretty small players. After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure.
Do I have any...
If it's really that important.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan. It's a nice idea, but we can't wait...
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees...
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after. Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to...
You're starting to sound...
Tamam. Alder'den destek al demiş. Kendimizi yıkayabiliyor muyuz? Alder'den desteğimizi aldık. Cam full. Güzel. Oyuncuya bakalım. Bir çayımızı edelim. Şöyle dursun, bir çayımızı yapalım. Tamam. Şimdi diğerlerinin yanına gidelim bakalım ya.
Mind where you're going.
Bakayım. Neyse bunu boş ver. Biz gidelim, konuşacağımız kişilerle konuşalım.
Sir Kunzlin, I haven't yet had the pleasure.
You're Godwin, aren't you? I've heard about you from Martin.
Oh dear.
Have no fear. I know Martin well, and I know he...
I expect you know Lady Anna.
Why wouldn't I? She's joined at the hip with my daughter Rose.
I hope she doesn't feel unwelcome here. I've heard...
To her own relatives, certainly. But I'll tell you one thing. I knew her husband, Wenzel, and I cared for him devotedly till the day he died. And it wasn't a quick death.
So it's not true what they say? That his demise was convenient for her?
Vile slander. People just can't forgive her for coming into a fortune as a young widow.
Will you support Margrave Jobst's plan?
That depends on what it is. If he decides to just wait, then no. I can't.
Do you think we should look for help somewhere else?
I came here for one reason alone. To hear a plan of attack. If Jobst doesn't lay one out before me, I'll try and find someone.
What do you think of the rabbi's offer? The Kuttenberg Jewish community is large, and their support could change everything.
Or nothing. To be honest, I've no idea what to expect of the rabbi.
He said he was interested in an alliance, though.
Aye, but still he must be aware that whatever happens, it won't change.
So you don't...
And isn't it natural? It's not just faith in the walls of their quarter. They live in our city, but they're more foreign than the Germans or the Hungarians. God be with you.
Hum.
Everything...
I can't wait for it to end.
Would you...
What can I tell you? It was never exactly glorious. And now especially, everyone is quaking.
Surely it won't be that bad.
There are many fools who would rather take out their gall on us and start to fight among them. In times of uncertainty, it is always the sons of Israel who are the first to be stricken.
Adamlar şu an dünyanın anasını ağlatıyorlar ya.
Be pretty brave to come and mingle with the Kuttenberg lords.
Or pretty pissed off.
Or that.
We will leave us soon anyway. All of these worthy gent...
Şuna bir gidelim bakalım, aşağıda diyor. Oğlum yukarıda diyor, nasıl bir mantık lan?
Sir, nor I until now. I am Sir Conrad, Lord of Vechta. And you are the heir to the Lord of Rabosh, are you not?
Used to be. My father somewhat disowned me some time ago.
And I used to be the Royal Mint Master, until the king decided to replace me.
Do you think you might get your position as Mint Master back again?
I doubt it. Half the town hates Vavak, but no one would even think of saying a word against him. And he knows that his security stands and falls with his function, so he clings to it, tooth and nail. More than you think. If my memory... So I recollect, at least, from my recent discussions.
Served.
Even so. Before King...
And now look at us. We have cast off our robes and merrily
There's no point in waiting for divine intervention.
Are you going
I haven't quite decided yet. But if our rebellion were to come face to face with Sigismund's army, I'd be risking my future, if not my life.
It was a pleasure to...
Likewise.
Neymiş ki? O adamı nereden bulacağız ya burada? Rosa gerçek bir tarihi kişilik değil diyor. Çek drama yazarı. Kaleme aldığı Kuttenberg'deki efsane Rosa Ancak onun sadece Ruat ailesinin zengin soylu kızına ilgili hikaye geçen adını kullandık. Orijinal hikaye şöyle. Fakat açgözlü ve zalim bir Gutenbergli olan George Ruth Hard'ın kızıydı diyor. Aynı zamanda güzeldi ve bunun yüzden talipleri hiç bitmiyordu. Fakat bu babasını korkutan bir şey. Çünkü kızının çeyizini için hazinesini küçültmek isteyeceği son şeyde zalim bir yöntemle servetini garantiye aldı. Kızının da servetini sakladığı mahzene kapat diyor. Nasıl ya? Rosan'ın hayatı eve çevresine musallat oldu. Geceleri sokaktan geçen insanlar onun ağlamalarını duyuyordu. Çoğunlukla evin sakinlerine görünüyordu ve geleceğe dair korkunç haberler veriyordu. Sonra dediği gerçekten oldu. 1648 yılında ev çökerek içindeki herkese mezar oldu. Allah Allah. Malili Musa. Seni de unutmadık. Dur ya, şuna bir neydi? Kontrat. Şanlı bir kariyeri vardı diyor. Tamam, neyse. Oğlum adamı nerede bulacağız lan?
Jesus Christ!
Yok, oynayamayız şu anda. Devasa mülkleri varmış bu adamın.
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips and someone comes along to put a flea in his ear. Yobs comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes, and now you're all jostling to win me over for him.
On the contrary, I've come here with an idea how to improve it.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men-at-arms? If not, you can go to the devil with it.
A few thousand men-at-arms as a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them, we need coin.
You've got my attention, but not my money yet.
Devasa mülklere nüfusu var ama geri duruyor demiş. Büyük oyunu oynamamız için risk almayı sevmez demiş. Bir kez aynı tarafta değiliz. Sizi nasıl ikna edebilirim diyelim.
How can I persuade you?
I need guarantees of security. I don't want to end up like Rutard.
Korkakça değil mi? Adam...
Of course. Once it comes to protecting property, ideals go out the window.
You can talk, since you haven't got a pot to piss in yourself. If you were in my position, you'd think differently. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund.
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left alone.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom among the allies.
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
Oğlum Jiska kim ya? Japon'un kafasını şey yapalım mı? Ananı avradın. Lan bu karı yaşlı lan. La bu olmaz oğlum ya. Genç Japon der. Bana ne dersiniz? Ha, bana ne dersin? Dur bir dakika şuna bakalım. Oğlum bu da geç. Bana ne dersiniz diyelim ya.
I'd be honored to oblige. I'm in my prime.
Forget about
Kanıt
it.
bu ne?
Even if by some miracle you could manage to sire children, you'd die before you could raise them.
The truth doesn't offend, my lord. But I had to give it a try. I believe Liechtenstein is single.
And an uncertain party. Besides, he's inconvenient for Sigismund. Yivka could end up being a pawn to...
How about young...
He's a youngster still.
Ne diyeceğiz oğlum?
I reckon he's not ready for marriage yet.
No man of any age ever is. But it's especially true for young rascals like that one. On the other hand, the lords of Lipa have a good reputation, and Hanush can always be relied on, despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
So, will you support our plan?
You're selling the skin of a boar that's still grunting. First, I want a confirmation that the wedding will take place as soon as possible.
And what if Lord Capon refuses?
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush is the one to decide. If he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to save the kingdom. Things have come to a pretty pass.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now stop.
Ananı avradınız.
Oh, these grand aristocrats. I'd be happier if they just...
But then you'd miss all the grub and the booze. It seems...
And how's he gonna do it? Didn't you see them all fighting tooth and nail here just to...
Well...
The only approach that'll work with Sigismund is open...
Let's hope young Lord Capon manages to stay free for a while longer.
That's one thing you can always count on him for.
God forbid.
In that case, it'll be up to you. I'm sure you would...
Abi adam evleniyor.
Well, that's to be expected.
Well,
Sigismund confiscated his castle and half his estates. Not to mention that his...
Ben gidiyorum ya. Şimdi ne diyor görevlerde?
I've got some good news.
The bad news is there's hardly any females in this whole... There's some old bat standing there with two young girls, but she watches over them like I'm... So at least tell me the good news.
You're
Evleniyorsunuz.
going to get married.
Şaka yapıyorsun ya.
Is she at least pretty?
I don't know. I've never seen her.
You're really a barrel of laughs, Godwin. Wait till Hannah hears this. Now, Enough nonsense. Let's have a drink to your health and my
To your help. God be with you. There's some...
God be with you. What
Aha,
would that be?
anla diyorum.
Your diplomatic support. And your...
No beating around the bush, eh? I like that.
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady.
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ. Be praised.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out.
Çok şey biliyorsunuz.
How do you know Liechtenstein's behind it?
I know most of the people here very well. Many of them certain, but they wouldn't dream of stating them aloud. While it seems that Lord Liechtenstein...
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine. And beneficial deals.
Then you're in the right place. This occasion provides all of those things.
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination. And I have yet to hear any interesting offers. So, to the point.
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley.
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help?
Neden ben risk alayım?
Why
Paranız var, aynı zamanda akıllısınız. Bu neden dolayı şeydi bu ya? Varlıklarınızın korunması gerekiyor mu desek? Yani şu anda pençeler var, hesap yapmayı biliyor ve sanki paranız var, aynı zamanda akıllısın.
You manage large estates. In return for your generosity, we
Ama
offer you
oğlum böyle değildi lan.
I've managed quite well up to now, taking care of my own resources.
Allah belanı
If you
versin.
want me to support you, you must give me a good reason. Perhaps a favor in return.
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't
Düşünmemiz
get
gereken
into
bir
the
şey var.
wrong hands.
Who's that?
Harmon Alder. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought
Ay
with him,
Allah'ım yarabbim, hırsızlık yapacağız
I
ya.
would support your proposal.
Have you fallen out with the town councillor?
No. Alder is innocent in the matter. My relatives from the House of Bart, they're disappointed that I dared outlive my husband. And the fact that I'm handling his estates makes that...
And the papers I'm supposed to plant on Alder?
just insignificant documents.
I'm supposed...
Harmon Alder was given the documents to deliver to the... He hasn't yet had a chance to look at them.
All right, I'll help you.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he left. Bring them to me, and put these... But watch yourself.
Take a look at that.
What brings you here?
What brings you here?
Bu kadar kolay mıydı lan?
I've got those papers from Alder.
Quiet! You don't have...
My lady, with all the clamor going on here, here they are.
You're more...
You're welcome.
As agreed. I will support...
Oo.
Noble.
Yes, quite. But let's drink to...
How could I...
And to the success...
What's the hold up?
İn.
Bloated again.
Allah. Oğlum bu olabilir ha. Aha bu kar.
An interesting idea.
Hanus'la
Sir
konuşacak.
Hanus, I bring...
You do?
Bir müttefik
I've gained
kazandırdım.
us a powerful ally.
And who is it? I hope it's not one of those Kuttenberg stuffed guts.
On the contrary, it's Bocek, the elder of Kunstadt and Podjebrad.
Kunstadt? By Christ, he's the last one I'd have expected to... How the hell did you...
Well, I explained to him how such an alliance...
Mutually?
He's got a pretty...
Stop beating around the bush and spit out what you promised him.
Lord Kunstadt has a niece, so... I arranged a betrothal for young Lord Capon, with your blessing if you agree.
Hans Capon is to marry Yitka
Kunstatlı
of Kunstadt.
Zitka.
Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunstadt's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a wedding. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. But let's drink to it.
Cheers!
Cheers to you.
Oğlum ne yaptık şimdi?
Entschuldigung, ein Bier bitte.
Oğlum nerede lan bu adam?
Mind where you're going.
I'm hungry.
Bottoms
up! Sir Bocek.
So Hanush agreed.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my end of the bargain.
Thank you.
Enough formality.
Ver.
Cheers to the beautiful lady Yitka.
Here's to a...
Kafa gidecek bizim ha. oyuncu, itibar, saytarım, etkiler diyelim. Kimse kalmadı değil mi konuşacağımız?
At other times, I would celebrate hearing you admit a mistake, Margrave.
Gentlemen.
Is this supposed to be your...
Like I said, tell me.
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin. But the widow of Waldstein and Sir Bojek of Kunstad will...
Both of them. Good
This is going to be a long story, and I could use a drink.
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
Oğlum Yahudiler o zaman bile para babası.
loyal to King Wenceslas, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon
Yeğenim
as
Zitka.
her husband.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I
Oğlum
still
yaşlı
believe
karıyla
that words are
evlendiriyorlar
more
abi.
powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
Ey maşallah. Aha. Zitka. Ziska mı? Zitka mı ne? Ama bu kadar at fazla ya bir oyuna. Şimdi kim? Tekrardan kutuben geldik 5'lik. Kaydetti, tamam, kaydettiyse burada bir ara verelim. Çayımızı dolduralım. Henry. Tam buraya geçsin artık daha.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to
Oğlum öyle
others.
yürümez ki o iş.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town
Sigismund
administration,
bulunmuş.
the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere. Point them to the Jewish quarter and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wencesla's side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see, all you have to do is make sure the city rebel get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylanders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants. Chicken shits. Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
I apologize, sire. I'll do everything in my power to...
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore placed the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else. The council is dismissed. You, don't go anywhere, boy. Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly. We have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you were harsh, but rightfully so. These councillors, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy,
Şarap istiyorsunuz mu?
King's cup is empty.
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine.
Manastır şarabı. Neydi lan manastır şarabı? Ulan. Manastır şarabı ha? Kırmızı manastır şarabı.
The monks had a good year. We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries. They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress
Her
standing
tepeye
on
bir kale
every damn hill here.
kondurmuşlar.
What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Jobst does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the
Doğru.
end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp's nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here. To your health, Margaret.
Hatta yeter daha gideceğiz daha. Bizim de evimiz var. Mesai bitti.
And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in the land ruled by a good king.
Thank you, sire. You are too magnanimous.
Why? You did a good job. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, your majesty.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the consul was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for...
Şöyle bir yapayım bakayım bir. Aa.
Nice one.
Odorin won't give you any more trouble.
Böyle karşıya bakıyor. Tamam.
That's a good one.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Odorin,
Fazla krala bakmayalım. Dikkat çekmeyelim.
Rabosh will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
Ne zaman
I
bitecek?
appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
No, we shall have white. We have had enough of red.
White it is. Quickly! If Rabosh falls,
follow. I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
If need be, we could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some
Lan çakal.
suggestions for other candidates.
Beni Tonga'ya düşürecektin ha.
It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
But to bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
Christ be praised.
Did you hear that Lord Kronstadt is minding the Lord of Bergstein?
Now we close our doors for the evening. People he'll know what to do.
And capture
There'll be plenty more tomorrow, Saturday.
And then you would... How would you like a wine, Shiva?
The art of winemaking has a long tradition. Recipes are passed on from father to son. I myself was practically raised on wine. How many? Even the French, the king himself had wine delivered for his state.
Beğenmediniz mi? İçmek zorunda değilsiniz.
So you're not too keen on our stuff?
Comment dire? Let us, if you try hard.
Baron Vaku
Perhaps we're being harsh. Maybe it'll be a happy man. Feeling I forgot.
I'd like to drink a toast with you to our... So touching. Come now.
I never had
Truly.
Well, maybe once.
See now. Only there's no... Fuck.
I've got a tongue like a slice of weak old bread.
Well, get...
His lordship is so unsteady on his...
To hell. I had my eye on him all evening. And left the rest of us to drink cheap dregs.
You can bet on it.
I don't...
At the French court, I drank many under the table. Even the notorious.
Sorry.
From cleaning up this...
I've come to rescue...
Really? Why don't you...
Well...
Of course. What else? Do you play dice? You strip if you like. Either way, you'll end up bare-assed and with an empty purse.
All right.
I've heard about you, but you can't beat me.
From murdering the lords one by one, an open battle breaks out. That'll be a fucking bloodbath.
Pasla ve devam et. Puanla ve devam et. Lan bir daha gelirse var ya. Hadi Godwin.
And I'm telling you, we won't get rid of him that easily. Everyone's being too hopeful.
Let it be now. I want to play
Sus
too,
be.
you know.
And why would he do that? If he was so favored as to run away
1,
from the
2,
first army
3.
that crossed his path, he would never have made it all the way here.
Ah siktir. Lan kazanırız zannetmiştim lan. Puanla ve devam et derdik.
Great start, damn it.
Kazandık herhalde.
It's only going to be a scarecrow to keep Sigismund from murdering the
2, 3,
lords one by one.
4.
When battle breaks out,
100 puan. Puanla ve geçtirelim. Oyunu kazanalım.
Kurva, why do I even play?
I need help with something. Do you know where I might... I mean the ones with the really good wine.
And you're one of those?
I should say...
And I'm the king anyway. I don't know nothing about no wine. In case you haven't noticed, try asking my mom. She's the cook here.
why would he do that? If he was
Ya Rabbim ya Resulallah.
away from the first army that crossed his path, he would never have made it all the way here.
Annesiyle iş pişirelim.
Well,
Sorry,
what do you think? A fortress full of hungry mouths and half of them noble lords accustomed to all kinds of debauchery.
I haven't eaten so well in a long time. Lord Odorin...
He didn't have to choose me. My old ma spent her whole life in this kitchen, and my grandmother before her. God rest them both.
Wait, you're Kvieta's daughter, Madlenka.
It's been a long time since anyone has called me by that name. I was afraid you'd forgotten me.
You haven't changed at all.
But I have. And you've changed too. You left a haughty young pup, and now you return...
An old dog.
Not at all. The years have been kind to you.
And how have you been all this time?
Not really. When he remarried and had another son, I also got married. And soon I had my young Sir Christopher used to come and play with us sometimes.
And your husband?
Kuba, he died when Alishka was just a baby. He got bitten by a dog.
God grant him... Tell me more.
She's a big girl now. She's a maid here for...
Well, aren't you worried about it?
Even as a little girl, she used to beat up the boys in the village. I put up with all sorts of things with...
Why don't we go somewhere together and...
You really haven't changed. You ought go and have a drink and
Allah.
stop chasing girls. I mean, it's embarrassing at your age.
Where might I...
Why? You don't like the stuff from the cake?
It's not for me.
Aha. If you go down the... It's Lord Odorin's best. He's drunk plenty of it.
Lan oğlum koklatmıyorlar oğlum. Henry olsa şapur şupur gidiyor. Nerede oğlum bu? Allah Allah. Ne dedi lan o bize?
Everybody likes a drop of white.
Now there's a piece of horse flesh for you, Rudart. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you beat it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of your fortress.
Ah, that's Peter of Pisac. Wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to the celebration, you old fox.
Ne oldu lan?
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty.
Hey! Hey! Intruders! Enemies at the gates!
Seize the nobles! Kill the rest!
Ne oluyor lan?
Jesus! The surrounding Christopher! He can't make it on his own! Fuck you!
Take that fucker out, damn it! I got him, sir! I still can't quite do that!
Nice strike!
Ölelim bari ama. Ölelim. Ne dedi ki orada bir şey dedi ama.
Jesus! The surrounding Christopher! He can't make it on his own!
It's empty, you're still standing!
I took him down!
Stand your ground!
Nice strike! Now I'll show you!
He's had it! That one hit the mark!
Lan dur.
Drive those horses
I'll
out!
chop your arms off! Nice! This is how we fight these trucks now!
Lan. Oğlum canımız bayağı azaldı lan. Kimiz biz şimdi?
I have to go back.
Whoa!
That was a close shave.
A little too close. Fuck me. Do my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin!
How did you get...
Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone alright?
Well, some are, some aren't.
They captured Odorin, Kunstad and Rutard. And they took Alder and Kunrad.
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father?
They left with Yobs long before that. I'm but not everyone.
What happened?
Anna of Waldstein. She didn't stand a chance against those butchers.
She was simply in the wrong place at the wrong...
And they almost killed my brother. But only almost.
You have a brother?
He's upstairs in the hall.
Old grievances aside.
Oh, they all have their quirks. Cousin, we'll have to wait for the other side's move.
I tried to...
You knew he was coming.
Markvart bragged about it to Sigismund, and Sigismund promised to make him Lord of Raborsh and...
When he sees what Von Bear...
You find that funny? Do you like watching those foreigner dogs rampaging around and slaughtering innocent? Who else has to die before we do something about it?
Tell us about it. We were neck deep in corpses before you bothered to turn up.
Well, not you.
Fuck you, Jan. I'd trade places with you in a...
We've lost a lot of allies.
Oğlum
We'll
çok
have
kötü bir şey
trouble
oldu lan.
Well, are you surprised?
Is there anything we can do?
Definitely not right now. We'll treat the wounded, bury the dead, get the hell out of here. Then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for Jobst and his army.
If I survive the journey... Oh, God's teeth. That stupid nag nail...
You've done enough.
And I'm sure Liechtenstein can't wait to find out what was discussed.
The king and... that is...
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people there.
The city rabbi is sitting upstairs in the hall. At least...
They're our allies. We have...
What do you mean by we? Everyone here is lucky. Maybe Samuel will figure something out.
He's here too.
Aye, escorting the rabbi.
Anyway, we've got work.
Give me a moment. I'll go and see Christopher first. Guard the walls until morning.
303 at.
If anyone shows up, I want to know about it. I'll be with Christopher.
En değerli şeyleri alacağım da.
God's punishment or not, brought it upon themselves. Watch him. He's as greedy as a pig. Mineg is... well, you know.
Leave it alone, the two of you.
the animal.
My Tempest lost his life too. They put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 like him.
What about your horse?
I don't know. I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire.
Maybe he survived.
Çok güzel şeyler var ya.
Or maybe the crows are feasting on him already.
They didn't even spare the animal.
My Tempest lost his life too.
Hepsi yağmurluyor baksana. Ağırlaşmadım bile ben.
Crushed. What have they done that the Lord is punishing us like this?
God's punishment or not, they brought it
O
upon
felaket
themselves.
ganimet var da.
What shall? This
Paraya da ihtiyaç çok gibi ya.
Good to see you both.
Oh, come on. You know, I've walked out of much worse.
They could well have killed. If it hadn't been for you, Henry, von Berg.
Von Owlet surprised even Sigismund with that. You should have seen the look on the...
Well, not all. They killed Lady Anna of Volstein and many other nobles.
And they captured. Without them, we can hardly get the burghers on our side.
We'll figure out a way to...
But how?
Get a grip. Whining...
You're right. When I drink too much wine, I get overwhelmed. Nevertheless, I have to admit...
Actually, at Sigismund's council...
God's word! We need to get back to the city.
I'm going with you.
Out! You'll be more useful if you stay here and help Sheesh Henry. Tell Samuel and the rab... So...
What do you make of this Brabant fellow?
He's unquestionably a remark. He rambles on a lot, though. Although it was better than being stuck. Otherwise, he seems to me like a bold, if a little obsessed.
I agree. And he's got a score to...
He certainly has.
What happened when von Berg...
It was a dreadful journey. It was a bit better in Malashov.
Did anything...
No. But it took ages. I was traveling with von Owlet's minion. They treated my wounds a bit, but I was still...
What did they...
Nothing much. They took care of my wounds, but they treated me decently. As on Ioma.
What did...
Just the usual courtesies. The captivity of nobles. They behaved fair about Radzig and Hanush.
What was...
That I couldn't get out of there. I was... It's just actually... I had a feeling the roof would fall on my...
They didn't let...
No. They let us walk around the fortress a bit. We even went out for a ride twice, but they watched us like hawks. Not a but most of the time we were in... Like I say, I'm really glad you got me out of that hole.
What?
Nothing that he didn't already know. I played as...
And did he swallow it?
I think he suspected I was bluffing a bit. And then he tried to lose...
My word. But the main thing...
Indeed.
When Jobst finds out about this... This is a nightmare.
They must have been surprised too.
The dead are scattered outside. There are crows circling overhead.
Did I not tell you you should not come here?
You did. But I still feel where we ordered it.
Don't say that. But if you got yourself killed, you wouldn't have helped him. Aren't you?
Open another time.
Sam, I need to have a word.
Just tell him. You.
What did you talk about? Me?
We talked about your stepfather.
Why? Neither of...
It's true, I did not. Remember how I stared at your sword when we first met? I recognized the master well. The thing is,
Hayda.
I am
Martin.
Martin's son.
What? Pa's son? How did...
Yes, his son. That is, his bastard son.
Godwin can say whatever he wants. I'm not going to go into it. This is not the end. We have to go. Sigismund ordered confiscation of the property of people in the...
The king has approved Xera.
He's no king to me. He's a fucking whoreson.
What's a Gezera?
That is hard to...
Nonsense. It is as clear as day. Christians set out to kill our people. Innocent and often defenseless. And all that with the king's blessing.
This is what we were afraid of. But we did not expect. We need to get back into the city and get the people up. Will you come with
Ulan sen
us,
zaten konuşana
Henry?
kadar 50 saat geçiyor.
Every man counts.
I'll come. And Liechtenstein already knows...
Very well.
Let's not waste...
Thank God you're all right. On the way here, I saw Sigismund horsemen and feared the word.
Kubienka? What brings you here?
Well, I heard you were having some kind of a feast here, so... And I see, instead of that, you have a
Well, the real massacre is yet to... Can we borrow the wagon you arrived on?
But of course, I borrowed it.
Could you stop blabbering or...
Easy, Ingele. And you?
All right. But could you...
I'll explain to you on the way.
Are you coming?
Of course.
Do you think that's a good idea? No offense, sir, but...
I'm not. But I'm not just going to sit here and wait, either.
All right, then.
Peresh, can we go any faster?
Settle down, son. If you must keep your tongue busy, then use it to pray.
Would you tell me what the fuck is going on already?
Sigismund ordered an attack on the Jewish quarter. We need to get everyone out of there fast.
Bloody hell. I just got ailed up so nicely today.
Oh, that is just great. My mother's life is in the hands of a drunkard.
Don't you worry. These are some sturdy hands. I promise we will save you, Ma. No one will touch a single hair on her beautiful hand.
What the hell are you babbling about?
What? Oh, I'm imagining she's pretty. It makes me more willing to put my neck on the line for her.
Stop with the nonsense already. All of you, I beg you.
Jesus. I was just trying to lighten the mood. We might all kick the bucket in a short while.
Damn it, Kubianka, shut the hell up. Seriously.
Hi. I didn't say all that much. Anyway. Can't you make the horses go a little faster, Grandpa? If this carries on, somebody's going to start sobbing.
Samuel, how... What was the story with your mother and Martin?
Do you really want to talk about this right now?
It may be the last chance we get. We could both be dead in a while.
All right. But like I said, I never actually knew Martin. He once came to Kuttenberg and fell in love with my mother. But she is the daughter of a rabbi. Obviously, she could not marry a goy.
And tonight, you will see why.
If you want, Mame will surely tell you more. If we can get there in time. What was he like? I mean, Martin.
He was a good man.
Seriously. Whip those fucking horses.
All right. Schnell! Schnell!
What's the matter? Why are we stopping?
We will walk from here. We cannot drive right into those murderers.
But how do we get into the town then?
We will go through, shall we?
There are many abandoned mine shafts.
Won't it collapse on us?
We'll find out soon.
Follow me.